Good evening and welcome to Offside Maidens, a cricket show with a difference as we have an all-female panel. We have Leisha over there in the corner, passionate about all things cricket and apparently all things involving Virat Kohli's face. She likes her juice, she plays, she coaches, she umpires, and of course, offside comments are a usual when it comes to Leisha. Then we have Emily Norris. Like the surname suggests, she's related to Chuck Norris and Greta Norris. She keeps a special eye out on women's cricket. She also plays, umpires, she writes. She's a whole lot. And last but not least, we have the twins, great women, music geniuses, and above all, they are cricket fans. But before we hear from these amazing ladies, let me just remind you to click on the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you can receive and stay abreast of all the exciting and incredible content on Cricket Fanatics and all of the pages. Also, furthermore, if you are already a crazy fan of Cricket Fanatics, why not become a Patreon? So the details are in the bio and also the bios on the various social media pages. I'm just going to check exactly what the producer said because he did send me, a couple of lines of exactly what he wants me to say. And usually I just say my own thing and make things up as I go along. So he says, please visit our Patreon and become a patron. The link is in the description. So that means you'll find it all here and on the various social media pages. Also, you can contribute with a super chat. Click on the $sign on the bottom right of the live chat as you're watching right now. And then, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the monthly magazine. So, right, let's get down to it. Oh, wait, before we get down to it, the views and opinions of the individuals sharing it are theirs and not that of Cricket Fanatics magazine. So, keep yourself in check. Don't be too much of a keyboard warrior. Don't get angry. We're just sharing the love and sharing our opinions and having a good time here on the show. So, getting down to it, it's all about Pakistan as both of our men and women's teams are to face the Pakistanis. So good evening, ladies. How is everyone doing? Emily, how are you? How does it feel to be related to Chuck Norris? Does Chuck Norris play cricket or does cricket play Chuck Norris?
Being related to Chuck Norris is quite a thing. Like people are always, they always come like see me on the street and they're like, "Yo, are you related to Chuck Norris?" And I have to tell the same story over and over, guys. Yes, he's my great grandfather. Anyway, so I think cricket plays Chuck Norris though. But yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Good, thank you.
Awesome. Leisha, it looked like you were choking earlier. You actually distracted me. I couldn't stop looking at you because I don't know what was happening. Tell us, please, what was happening?
Oh, a bit of juice went down the wrong pipe.
Juice.
You like juice?
Is it juice?
But you good? Are you good? Have you been watching? So if you've been following Offside Maidens, you'll know that Leisha over there is a Sri Lankan fan. So Sri Lanka is currently playing cricket against England. So have you been watching that, Leisha?
I followed a bit today. Not really impressed. So
what was the build out for?
135 all out.
Mm.
Yeah. And you don't have to remind everyone I'm a Sri Lankan fan.
Sorry, I'm just asking because I'm sure that you were watching that today because it was on.
Em was watching a bit more than what I was, so because I was just really disappointed.
Okay, so Leisha's had a tough day. And twins, how are you doing?
Okay, there we go.
Are you trying to unmute yourself?
Yeah, it's a struggle.
No, we're good. We're okay.
Yeah, it's just been really hot today, and you're really needing some of Lucy's snow weather right now. Like,
but she's not here.
yeah, Yeah,
Yeah, Lucy decided not to join us today. I wonder why.
she
What did
has
you do?
been.
She has interviews with other people. Probably
Yeah.
clearly more important than this. We have to know.
We'll
Can't go
No,
on
there's
like this.
Yeah, no.
there's
Can't end
there's
like this, no.
nothing more important than this. This is life, guys. Please.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
No.
So, look, I'm very excited about today's show because we get to talk about women's cricket, and we haven't really seen a lot of it. But before we start, Emily, were you not telling us earlier about something very exciting that happened today? A certain breaking of a certain record. Was it you, Emily, that was telling us?
It was me. I actually let me check because I actually forgotten. But yeah, Sophie Devine, Sophie Devine smashed 100 and something off like a ridiculous number of balls. I think it was like 100 and how much? 30 something. How much was it, sorry? I honestly can't remember, but it was like a lot of runs that
like-
she. Oh no, wait, 108, 108, yeah, 108 not out
108,
of,
yeah, 108.
yes,
Oh.
of 38 balls in their Super Smash in New Zealand, which is a record. So it's a fastest ever women's T20 100. So yeah, Sophie Devine, a quality player, and she's been quality for New Zealand for a while. So yeah, she's she's
Exciting
definitely
things.
quality. Yeah.
It's exciting. That's breaking the previous record because she did it in 36 balls and the previous record was 38 balls. Close, but really, really amazing stuff. So, first things first, we are having the Pakistani ladies over. And it's exciting. The last time I saw the Pakistani ladies play was actually in the World Cup. So I haven't been following them too closely since the World Cup. And in that match that I watched, they were playing us and we beat them. So that's a good sign. And a lot of the ladies, the South African ladies that were involved in that match are also added here to the squad. Although the official game match day squad hasn't been announced. If it has been announced, I haven't seen it. Did you watch the World Cup, all of you, or didn't really catch much of it? Okay, but twins, I see you shaking your head. Don't worry, you'll watch the next World Cup.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
hopefully.
Yeah, I watched. I don't know about Leisha, but I watched all of the games that we played, and yeah, we beat Pakistan quite convincingly, if I can remember. Okay, we won by 17 runs, so not too convincingly, but
But
yeah,
convincingly enough in a World Cup
Yeah.
when there's nerves, high stakes. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Leisha, are you agreeing? Not agreeing? Yes.
Unfortunately, I didn't watch that match. I think that was the same day that I made my debut for Eastern Province, so I didn't catch that match. But for a World Cup, that is enough.
It's good. A win is a win, and that's not a close win. That's a proper win. And looking at the players involved there, a lot of them have been included in the squad that they've sent over here to South Africa. Just taking a look at the squad that they've included. I mean, in that match, their leading wicket taker was Diana Baig, and she's also been included in the squad. I see Javiria Khan is captaining because their usual captain is out.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have taken a look at the squad they've sent here to South Africa.
But I mean, Javeria Khan, she captained in that World Cup game.
She did,
Yeah.
but their
So she has some-
usual. I don't know what happened in that situation, but she is very experienced. So she
Yeah,
comes
she
over
has
with a
experience.
wealth of experience. She's played like over 100 games. She comes with a lot of experience. and that's what they would be needing. And because for them, this is them proving themselves, even if it's just proving themselves to themselves, because I think the next time they play, I don't know when they're playing again, but I know they have World Cup qualifiers coming up, because the World Cup that was supposed to take place, the Women's World Cup, next month, was obviously pushed back and postponed because of the coronavirus to next year, March, April. So all of women's cricket has kind of been pushed back by a lot, really, a lot. It's an entire year, so everything has shifted, and we haven't gotten a lot of women's cricket, and we haven't gotten to see a lot of the ladies in action, unless, of course, you've been watching the domestic leagues. And Pakistan has played some domestic cricket now. Let me just take a look at the names again that they've included in their squad.
I think if I can just mention Nida Dar, she's an all-rounder. She bowls some spin, bats a bit. She's played in the WBBL, so she also bring a lot of experience into their team. I don't know about. I mean, like you said, they've been playing domestically. I'm not sure if any of the other players played in that tournament in India, but I know that Nida Dar played in WBBL, so she'll definitely bring some experience into the team. She's also quite an experienced player for Pakistan, so I think that international experience will help the team out there.
Yeah, definitely.
And can I
Yes,
add
Lisha?
with Nira Dar? She also played in the series in 2019 when they were touring South Africa and won the Player of the Series with the second highest runs and the most wickets in that series, the T20 series. So it's exciting for her to be back. I think I'm excited to see her.
Lisha, are there any other players in the Pakistani squad that excites you, just from a playing point of view, because you play? Is there anybody that, particularly in the Pakistani squad, that you look to and really admire?
I like Alia Riaz. I quite like her, I fancy her. And also the captain, Javarian Khan. He's also someone who I love to watch in action. So I'm really excited for them to come to our shows, see what they can do.
And I think we also need to keep an eye out. Oh, there are the names. There are the names, so everybody can see exactly who we are talking about.
I think, sorry, just to add there, Tara, Alia Riaz, she scored 39 runs in that game in the World Cup and played against them. She was the highest, she scored the most runs in that game. Javera Khan scored 31. So she could definitely be, someone to watch out for in terms of the batting. Her and Javera Khan and Nida Dar, I think they're really good with the bat. So I'm excited to see Alia Riaz as well, to see what she can do. Yeah.
And they've obviously also included some new players or recalled some other players. I see that they've recalled the 28-year-old all-rounder, Kainat Imtiaz. I may be pronouncing this wrong, but I'm sorry for that if I am slaughtering any names. But Miss Imtiaz, she's been recalled to the squad, and apparently she's been doing really well domestically. So she's averaged 111 from 4 games and has also been bowling well. So, I mean, that's a big one to look out for. Claudine Orenthal says, Alicia coming through with the players to keep an eye on. Definitely looking forward to watching Khan. I like that. I rely on Leisha to do this because she watches them with this critical eye and from a player's point of view. And also she looks at them at who she wants to beat. So I like that.
Yeah.
Because Leisha's very ambitious and I really like that about her. She watches, she admires, and then she puts you on the hit list.
That is so true. I did that before I made the EP squad. I did that for 4 years, And just to go back to that comment, thank you, Sunshine. I love you, Glow.
Okay.
So twins, from a fan point of view, How excited are you to actually see some women's cricket finally being played here? And it's happening now. It's the beginning of 2021 and we're getting some cricket on home soil. It's being played in Durban. So, well, I'm not in Durban, so I, won't be anywhere near. But it would be nice to be watching it and knowing that they're here.
Yeah, it's like, like a good start to the year, women's cricket #1 on the list. But yeah, like you said, well, we're not really excited to see anyone specific, but I mean the whole team, because I don't have any favorites or haven't been watching or following any specifically,
Yeah.
but
So it'll be like a surprise for us. So now
yeah,
we can,
first,
I mean, obviously listening to you and obviously Alicia will let us know about who to look out for, but it'll definitely be like a first encounter for us to be able to watch
yeah,
the
and then
Pakistan women
yeah, and
team.
then see how we
Yeah.
do against them, which I
Yeah.
think we'll do fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'll
So-
be great to watch.
Yeah, because you did keep your eye a little bit on the Women's Super League, and we spoke about it a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago after that was played. So we've seen some of our ladies in action,
Mm.
and I'm sure you've seen
Yeah.
some of our ladies in action in the past.
Yeah.
So we will be without our regular captain as well, Danae van Niekerk. So we do have the training squad, or at least the squad that has been added that our producer can put on the screen that we can take a look at. So quite a few numbers. So the official squad hasn't been announced as yet. But as we can see, the usual suspects are all here. Lazal Lee, Laura Wolford, Trisha Chetty, Mignon Dupree, Shabnim Ishmael, Sunay Lees, Ayobonga Kaka. I mean, these are all the usual suspects and we know that they are quite strong. But interestingly enough, I see that they have also included some new names. And Emily, you were watching the Women's Super League very closely. And do you remember Nobulumko Benetti? She did very well in the Women's Super League and she's been rewarded by being added to the squad. I think at some point in one match, her figures were like 4 for 18.
Yeah, no, she did brilliantly in the WSL. Of course, leading wicket taker there. 21-year-old, so it's a great opportunity for her. And then Janae Winster as well. She comes into the squad, bowls a spin, and it would be interesting to see if they get a chance. But I mean, even if they don't get a chance, the one thing Hilton said, which was really cool, is that if it wasn't COVID, they wouldn't have necessarily gotten the opportunity that they have now to train with the squad. They're getting to train with like all the Proteas players that maybe it wouldn't have happened if they only had a smaller squad that they would have to take into the bio bubble. But now that the squads are bigger, these players are getting the opportunity to train with the other ladies, which is a really, really nice opportunity for them. So yeah, I'm hoping to see some new faces or some players who don't have that many caps. Maybe someone like a Percy Thompson or Annika Bosch, even Faye Tunnicliffe. Faye hasn't played that much or that many games for the Proteas. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think the bowling is going to be pretty standard. Marizanne Cup's back in. She obviously missed out WSL, so she'll be raring to go and keen to do her job that she always does so well for the Proteas. So yeah, the bowling will probably be standard. But maybe, just maybe, Benetti will get her first cap there. It would be very nice to see.
I'm excited to see some youngsters being a part. And I mean, there are three ODIs starting next week, Wednesday. And then thereafter, 3 T20 internationals. So here is the schedule on the page here in front of you. So there's quite a number of games and quite a number of opportunities for us to see some young players like Benetti coming in. Maybe in the T20s. I'm not too sure about the ODIs. And this is also prep for us for the World Cup. Even though the World Cup is more than a year away, I'm not sure how much cricket we'll have between then and now. In fact, it's quite scary to think about it because I haven't seen a full schedule of. I think we don't have that much cricket on the cards. This is what we know. This is what we'll see now. And thereafter, I'm not sure if it's just going to be a series of training camps. So hopefully they'll figure it out like they have with the men's cricket, because women's cricket is just as important, and we are also preparing for a World Cup. We want a trophy, and we've come closer than, some of the male counterparts.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Like, we we're actually speaking about it last night that the women might actually win a World Cup before the men at this point. Just because, the way they go about their training and the way they bring their youngsters in up through the system and to sort of train in and around that camp with the more experienced players. So, yeah, we've been close. First against England, then against Australia. It's really, two very sore points in my heart. But yeah, I feel like we are close, and it's just a matter of time because we have so many quality players in the team or in the squad, and so many to choose from. So yeah, hopefully we're close.
I look forward to that day because it may also mean more women having professional contracts
Hmm.
and not having to fund
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. I mean, right now there's 14 professional contracts. 8 out of those 14 contracted players have played overseas tournaments recently, so either WBL or the one in India. So that's definitely an advantage for us going into the series. As I said, Pakistan, I think, have only had a few playing in the international tournaments. So hopefully that gives us a bit of an edge. Yeah, definitely Pakistan is no walkover. Like they definitely have some quality players in there. So we can't go in assuming that, it's going to be easy and we're just going to win 3-0 and then 3-0 again, because it's not necessarily going to be the case. They're going to be looking to win as much as we are going to be looking to win. So we still got to play well and do the basics right.
Yeah, we haven't played international cricket, I think, in 10 months. That's almost a year. So this first game will be a bit of a test to test whether the prep has worked, essentially, to test the skills. What do you think, Leisha?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like um the first match is gonna be like almost like a debut for everyone after the lockdown, and it's most definitely gonna test the how prepared the players are, how well they prepared during this camp and even in the months leading up to it, and um how they're gonna bring back into the camp the experiences from the women's Big Bash League and the Kia Super League, I think, in India, and then just how they bring about their preparedness into the game. It's gonna be interesting to see.
And twins, have you guys been arguing there by yourselves?
No, I was just wanted to ask a question of so the first game is going to be in Kingsmead, right, in Durban. So what are the pitch conditions like there? So especially for bowlers, especially. I think that's my question. If anyone can help.
Leisha, because Leisha's laughing. Think of the laughter there.
Emily's gonna help you there.
I'm actually not sure, to be honest. But I was just thinking about the weather. Like, it's always raining there. So I really hope that, because all of the matches are going to be at Kingsmead. So all of them are going to be at Kingsmead. So let's just hope that the weather pulls through, and then it's not raining all the time. But yeah, it's better for spinners there, so more spinner friendly. So yeah, we'll obviously see like Sunday, and the other spinners that we have. Yeah. So let's hope the weather pulls through.
And now, speaking of weather, let's talk about Pakistan and the Pakistani conditions that not even Pakistanis know right now, because they haven't been playing on their home ground. So they are having us over, but for them, it's kind of like they are also visiting. They haven't played in Pakistan in a really long time. And we ourselves, our men now, have not played in Pakistan since the year 2007. And most of the team have never seen Pakistan. So very, very exciting as we are going there for the first time in many, many moons. And our men are there. They're excited. They're playing international cricket in another country, also for the first time in a really long time. So let's go on to that now. Twins, I feel like this is something that you are very excited about to see our men Proteas do what they did on home soil.
Actually, I was a bit no, I was just actually going to talk about the test squad, the Pakistan against New Zealand. I was just thinking, if that is their test squad there, I was wondering if it would remain the same for us as well. But I think they'll probably make a bit of changes, maybe rest some batsmen or bowlers. So we also just need to be on the lookout for that, I think.
Yeah. And then obviously in our team, hopefully we can maintain that strong partnership, early opening partnership,
Yeah.
and if Dean Elgar come through and
Again.
yes,
Yeah.
again, and then bowlers. Right.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
So yeah, look, Dean and Aiden.
Yes.
Maiden. Aiden. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them too from in the beginning, I think. So
Yeah.
quite excited to see that. And then
So they've
yeah.
kept Quinton at 5. Okay. That's
No,
interesting.
I'm happy with the squad.
Fun.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
You happy with the choices? Excited to see that opening batting partnership.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
You
The
want to
opening
see their
leg.
standing battle day. You want to see Dean
Yes.
Alga bat for the whole day in the way that he
Yeah.
does.
Yes. He
Mm.
gets the job done.
Yeah.
Period.
Mr. Crab.
I'm just adjusting here because I'm hearing an echo of my own voice. I'm not sure if you are also hearing an echo of my voice.
Mm-mm.
It may just be me adjusting,
Clear.
needing to adjust my soundboard over here.
Oh, we're good. We can hear you loud and clear. Very loud.
Some potential technical difficulties. So we're looking there. We just saw the squad, and earlier on, I was listening to Mark Boucher, and he was talking about the pitch conditions. I won't mention what the producer said about him, but what he said about the pitch conditions is that it was pace friendly, and it's not like other places on the subcontinent. But it has also been a really long time since he's been there. Last time he was there was also 2007. So I don't know. Emily, what do you think?
I think, I mean, it depends. Like Karachi and, I'm going to say this very wrong, I'm sorry. Karachi and Rawalpindi are different. There we go. You see their first and second test. They're different pitches. So the one is more spinner friendly and the other one is perhaps more pace friendly. So I think it would be interesting to see, like I said, for maybe the one game to have two spinners, and then for the other game, maybe just you take the one spinner out and you only have one spinner. Because I see they have George Linder and Tabraiz Shamsi in there. So it'll be interesting if they go with two spinners, it'll be interesting to see which one they go with. I personally am not sure. I mean, neither of them have been there, so we don't know who's better suited necessarily to the pitch. But yeah, like I said, I think I said before, I'd love to see George in it. And I mean, I don't see them leaving Keshav out. So yeah, we'll see who they choose. But definitely, I mean, I definitely don't think you should rule out spin and say no, don't have a spinner at all. I don't think that's a good option.
It sounded a bit like that's what he was saying, eh? It did sound a bit like that's what he was saying.
I mean, even if
maybe he was just talking about Rawalpindi. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but maybe like even if it's not super spinner friendly, I think a spinner holds up one end. A spinner can restrict runs if the paces are going for boundaries and like runs here and there everywhere. The spinner can restrict that. So I don't know. I still think at least one, if not two.
And I do know that the twins really want Keshav to be included because for them, Keshav is the captain of the squad, the unofficial captain until the captain gets named.
Well, like, innocent until proven guilty. So captain until proven not captain. What?
Look, the hunt is still on. Boucher did address that. He did address that, and he said that the hunters on, they're going to do it properly. But for now, they're using Quinny, while they still can, and while he's still happy to be used in this capacity. But it is temporary. So obviously, he has also said that the captain obviously needs to be somebody who is a definite in the squad, which is what we've been saying. So I know that you feel that Keshav should be a definite in the squad. I'm not entirely disagreeing with you at all. Leisha, let me bring it home to you here. So we're going to Pakistan. It's an exciting time. We're getting to see our guys do something special overseas and get us higher on that rankings. What are you excited to see, or what are you expecting?
Geez, I'm expecting them to do really well. Like, because they're returning after such a long period of time, even though they don't know the conditions, I think they would be excited to go in there and get the runs on the board. I agree with him with the first test. I think they should do two spinners, George Linder and Kish will obviously be my two picks. Nothing against Shamsi. I'm really stoked for Linder. Um, and then on the Pakistan side, I I'm really keen to see how Mohammad Rizwan performs against our bowlers because he's a man in form. After the New Zealand series, he scored, I think, 4 half centuries. So it's going to be really exciting to see them. And then Shaheen Afridi is also someone who I really love to watch. Youngster, full of passion, comes in with intensity, always gets the breakthroughs with the bowling. So I'm really excited to see how we perform and like you said, it's almost like a tour for Pakistan themselves. So I would like to see how they also come into the series. But I think it's gonna be a great series.
I do as well. And yes, Shaheen Afridi, I mean, he's young, but wow, so amazing. Pakistan locals say it's pace friendly. So there, Pakistan locals are saying it's pace friendly. Voucher saying it's pace friendly. Bad Panda says, don't think we're gonna play two spinners. So sorry, Emily and Leisha, I don't think so. That's what I'm getting here from the comment section. I think maybe everyone's talking about Rawalpindi. Because like you said, two
Yeah,
different
yeah,
grounds. Just like in
yeah,
South Africa, different grounds
yeah,
gives you, something different.
yeah. And Karachi is usually a pitch that is spinner friendly. So I think I'm basing my two spinners on Karachi. But whether we go with one spinner, it will also really be interesting to see whether it goes with Kish or Linda or Shamsi. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think I mean if it is as place friendly as what the locals are saying, it would be interesting there to see Naseem Shah. Obviously he's a youngster still, but he's in my opinion he's a great young bowler with a lot of potential. So it'd be interesting to see him running in and seeing what he does with his base, and also Fawad Alam. He's sorry, I think I said his name wrong, but he's an interesting prospect, obviously because of his unorthodox stance and how he is at the crease. So it'll be interesting to see how our bowlers built him and what plans we have for him and with him. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting series overall, and it'll be interesting to see how both teams fare up and what strategies we have. Yeah.
Are you saying that about Alam because of the way that he played? Because of the way that he played against New Zealand?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Just because
entirely
of
sure.
his.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm not entirely sure if we can, judge them in
No,
their
I'm not saying
entirety.
that. No, I'm saying like his stance. Have you seen his stance? Have you seen how he stands at the crease? That's what I'm just saying. Like, I wonder how. Like, it's really interesting to see how like we bowl to him and how he like reacted, because there's been a lot of like talk around his stance and whether it's like feasible for a long-term career and stuff. So it would just be interesting to see him like score and like sort of shut the critics up and things and those stuff. So yeah, I'm interested to see how he goes.
We like to shut the critics up.
Yeah, always.
But a lot of the performers like maybe didn't perform that well against New Zealand. So I would like to see what they bring to the table against us when we do play them. But you know what? We are kind of running out of time, even though we feel like we haven't even said anything too much. But I do also want to touch a little bit on the ball tamperers. How can I not talk about the ball tamperers all week? So Steve Smith again in the limelight. He wasn't cheating, but was he? I don't know. Justin Langer has been saying that, hey, the reason why people are so critical of Australia is because of their high standards. But let's be honest now. What high standards is he talking about?
Dara, Steve was
Yeah.
shadow batting, okay? He's dreaming about being a left-hander. Leave the guy.
Look, I want to bring up a video that I want to bring up a video. Producer, I hope the producer's listening to me, but there's this very funny video that I want to bring up because I think it explains everything, and it really, brings everything to the fore. And I think that we'll all get a better understanding after watching this particular video.
How you going, mate? Steve Smith here, Australian cricketer. A lot of you looking confused, saying, Steve, why do you look and sound so different? Well, it's pretty simple. It's pretty personal. First time I say this out loud in public. During my time away from the game, in order to punish myself accordingly and take it personal, I'd sandpaper my throat, the inside and outside, and I'd sandpaper my face and my head every day in order to take my punishment like a man. And now, I only look like myself and sound like myself on match days. Otherwise, the cricket god said on non-match days, you will look and sound like this. It's pretty unfortunate. A lot of you said that I was cheating. I scoffed the pitch against India on the 5th and final day of the 3rd test in Sydney. Not at all. You misinterpreted it wrong. I'm just misunderstood. It was a cry for help. You'd see my left foot go in, my left foot go out. At one point, I almost did the hokey pokey and shook it all about. I wanted to dance. That's what I wanted to do. During lockdown, I watched dance movies all day. What, you got served? Watched Dirty Dancing and my favourite, Footloose. I wanted to be the Footloose of Australia, but no one offered. No one gave me the chance. Davey Warner was doing TikTok dance videos with his family every day. Not once did he say, Steve, I want to dance with you. Steve, I want to dance with you. And then I'm a right-handed batsman in real life, but I was taking God left-handed. A lot of you saying, oh, that's why it was cheating. No, I actually want to be a left-handed batsman. We can't always get what we want. So when I scoffed the pitch, it was a cry for help. It was me saying in frustration, I want to be a left-handed batsman. Ask all my teammates. I always shadow bat during the opposition's innings. Always. Did it in the past, did it now, I'll do it in future. I'll do it in future. Ask Payne. Okay, don't ask Payne. He might not be here in future. Ashwin even told him that. And then I look forward to the 4th test at the Gabba. Minus Labuschagne, I look forward to batting with you. But while we're on it, we all know your surname's Labuschagne. We only call you Labuschagne and entertain Labuschagne because you score runs, mate. As soon as you don't score runs, we will call you Labuschagne. Crikey, we've been to South Africa. There's no Labuschagnes there, mate. And also, there's no cheaters in Australia. No cheaters in Australia at all. We don't have cheaters. We've got koalas. We've got dingoes. And we've got didgeridoos. I'll go back to the training session now. See you at the Gabba. Cheers.
That is the best video ever. That is Dalen Oliver. You can follow him on his social media pages. He is hilarious with his content. And you know what? That right there is the essence of it all, guys. That is the essence of it all. With that, we do have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining us. Also, you can catch India and Australia playing their fourth test tomorrow morning. I think it starts at 1:30 in the morning. So if you want to wake up that early and catch the action, do so. You can see Labuskaghni in action and maybe a little bit of Smith on the side. We'll see. Have a fantastic evening. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the cricket. And next week, do not miss Women Pakistan up against our ladies. It starts on Wednesday, and we'll be talking all about that next Thursday. Good evening.